Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I, Suhani Singhal,
And I, Archie Jain,
welcome you all in the expert talk on real-time applications of generative AI, organized by Vivekanand School of Engineering and Technology.
we would like to welcome our Honorable Vice Chairman, Mr. Vineet Bhatt Sir, Director General Dr. Ashwini Kumar Sharma Sir, Dean VSIT Professor Supriya Madan Ma'am, Officiating Director Professor Dipali Varmani Ma'am, and our esteemed faculty and tech enthusiasts.
Today, we embark on a journey into a fascinating world of generative artificial intelligence, where imagination meets algorithm. Innovation knows no boundaries, and the future is going to be redefined by us.
Lately, renowned US entrepreneur VCA Jamaat pointed out that back in the early 1900s, people believed that those who started refrigerator companies would become market giants.
However, history reveals a different truth. It's the entrepreneurs who harnessed refrigeration technology for their businesses that are now the market leaders, namely Coca Cola and Pepsi.
Similarly, AI is today's equivalent of those refrigerators, and the engineers who utilize AI are ultimately going to lead the groundbreaking era of tech and innovation.
And today, to brief us about this revolutionizing generative AI technology, we have the presence of AI champion of India, Shri Utpal Chakraborty Sir, who will soon be guiding us towards the era of future and technology.
We now request our Honorable Vice Chairman, Mr. Vineet Bhatt Sir, to extend a gesture of appreciation to our esteemed guest, Sri Uttapal Chakrabarti Sir, Chief Technology Officer at Intel Tide Technologies, by presenting him a bouquet.
Thank you so much, sir.
Now, it is our indeed privilege and an honor to introduce to you a dynamic personality, Sri Uttapal Chakrabarti Sir, Chief Technology Officer at Intel Tide Technologies, who is our speaker for the day.
Shri Utpal Chakraborty Sir is an eminent professional in the fields of AI, data science, quantum science, and research. His contributions have been recognized on several platforms with accolades such as Gartner Ambassador 2023, AI Global Ambassador 2022 to 23, and Top 20 AI Influencers. He has also been recognized as the AI Champion of India and one of the top 10 digital officers in 2022 and top 15 generative AI experts.
Before joining Intel TI, Sir held important positions at multiple MNCs, including Larsen and Toubro Infotech, IBM, and Capgemini. His past roles include heading the Artificial Intelligence Division at Yes Bank and serving as a Chief Digital Officer at Allied Digital Services Limited. In addition to his corporate roles, Sir is a recognized TEDx speaker and the author of 7 best-selling books on artificial intelligence, quantum computing, Web3, and metaverse.
With such an impressive background and a wealth of experience, let's have a huge round of applause for our dynamic guest for today, Shri Utpal Chakraborty Sir, to share his insights and wisdom to enrich our expert talk session today.
Good afternoon. Am I audible? Yeah. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me. But sir, and also Chairman sir, he is not there, but thank you so much, then Sharma sir, ma'am. Thank you so much for inviting me here for the second time after the G20. So in today's session, Sharma sir has requested for live demo and a live application of artificial intelligence are not called generative AI. One is generative AI, the other one is AI, plain AI. So we'll have two applications. These are full scale So these are larger scale implementations of AI in a bank. And the second one is, of course, we are building in my company. Okay. The first one is a conversational AI use case. So before diving into the demo, I just want to give a little bit, because this is the question I used to face when I joined the bank and I started AI COE. People were asking why we need AI in a bank. बैंक में क्या जरूरत है AI का, right? And this was a very big question for me to answer. I mean, it was really very difficult for me. And for that matter, today, if you look at why any industry requires AI, any ideas, any guesses? Why we need AI? Probably everyone in this room has some idea about AI. Why we need AI, by the way? Or why the industry is after AI. Today, if you go to any board meeting, today you go to any kind of top management meeting, 40% of the time they spend talking on AI strategy, AI roadmap. Okay, everywhere. You go to any small enterprise, mid-size enterprise, even big enterprises, this is the discussion. But why we require AI? The reason being, we know every business today is a data-driven business, or we can say it is a data-intensive business. If we take banking, millions of transactions are happening in a minute, and we are generating data. If you go for any kind of e-commerce, millions of transactions are happening in a minute again, and in that way also we are generating data. I'm sorry. So in a data-driven business, you cannot avoid a technology like AI. AI is a must. Because if you generate data, and if you cannot analyze that data and get some kind of inference out of that data, or the intelligence that is being hidden inside that data, then the data that you are generating, it is only for archival. You are not doing anything. So today, most of the government organizations, very big enterprises, everything is digitized. They are storing their data into large databases, into data warehouses, into data lakes. But if they cannot analyze that data, if they cannot get some kind of inference out of that data, then that data has no use. It is just archival. I am archiving my data. So any enterprise, if it is ignoring AI today, tomorrow is going to be a big loss for them. Because AI is not only about implementing something in your organization, AI is going to give you the competitive advantage over your competitors. Because AI is something which will give you the intelligence not only about you, but also about your competitors. Okay? So, why we need AI today is basically every business today is a data-driven business. And if you are living in a data-driven business, then you require an intelligent technology like AI to get actual inference out of that data. I hope this is clear, right? I mean, at least because many people, I mean, normally they are a little bit confused, like why we require AI everywhere? So now your mobile phone is loaded with, I think, thousands of AI models, either sitting on the edge or sitting on the cloud. Okay, so everything you are doing has been processed by some AI ML models. I'm sorry, I'm having some throat problem. Now, these are the two key drivers why bank implements artificial intelligence and machine learning. And I think during the G20, I told, like, AI is an umbrella term, right? AI is an umbrella term. It's a big circle. If you draw a big circle, this is AI. Okay, even if you draw a bigger circle, that is cognitive science. So this everything is under cognitive science. Scientifically, nobody calls AI. AI has actually no meaning. Under that AI, big circle, if you draw another big circle, I mean within that subset, that is called machine learning. And under that machine learning, there is another circle which is called deep learning, which is very, very, has got a huge traction today in the market. So last couple of decades, it is the age of deep learning using neural networks. There is also another sub-vertical which is intersecting machine learning and deep learning, but it is also outside of that a little bit. That is called NLP. Natural language processing. Okay, so all your Alexa, Google Home and all those things works on that. Even the chatbots that you are building is basically work on NLP. Now NLP has two branches. One is NLG, another is NLU. NLU is basically how machine can understand, natural language understanding, understand whatever you are speaking or you are writing, and NLG is it can generate the response. So today, the platform that I am going to show you is on conversational AI. How we can do conversation with a machine, and that is being implemented in a bank. One of the largest bank in India, private sector bank in India. And that is again been replicated into multiple other small banks also. But that was the first implementation. Now if you look at the platform here, the platform looks like something like this. Okay. I think if I can put here, I think it is better, right? Now it is better, right? So that side it was giving some problem, yeah. So this is the platform. Actually, the entire platform sits on top of a data platform or a data ecosystem, because as you know, without data, AI is nothing. Okay, you require data. And which data you require? You require the data of your enterprise. Okay, that is very big. And in an enterprise, if you look at any bank, so there will be any decent bank, small bank also, there will be at least 100 applications there. Okay, and I am being a bit generous about the number. Okay, it could be more. In a bank like Axis Bank, guess how many applications are there total? 370 applications are there. Can you think? Axis Bank is having 370 applications within there. And as you know, each application will have a database. Okay? So there are 370 databases or data storage here and there. Right? And as you know, the truth is hidden within the data. So now this truth, any truth is hidden in the data, and that's why we call data-driven decision. That means the truth is there in the data, but somehow we'll have to find out that truth from the data. Now this truth is actually hidden not in one data source, but this 370 data sources. How to bring all those truth in one place? How to correlate that data? Okay, that is what a data platform does. So data platform is essentially either it is a data lake or a data warehouse. You bring all the data from all the data sources of your organization and put it in one place. Okay, and once you put it in one place, it is not enough because probably the data which is coming in somewhere it is a structured data, that means in a tabular format, right? Relational database format. Then somewhere it will be probably unstructured data, somewhere it is semi-structured data like XML files or JSON files. How to standardize these data formats? Okay, then only you can do some kind of a correlation, right? Because correlation is very, very important. So initially, what you do this, what do you call? Before actually doing correlation, you do the transformation of the data. That means transformation in the sense that some data is coming as a structured, some data is coming as unstructured, some data semi-structured, some streaming data coming from some sensors. You first, what you do transformation of the data. And once the transformation is done, then data is in a similar format, common format. And then you do correlation, right? Correlation in the sense, understanding, okay, this data is having some meaning, how I can correlate this data with this particular data. So this is the data platform. And after that, this is very easy. Okay, this part is easy. Any platform will have some kind of a, some kind of a platform management layer kind of a thing. On top of that, because this is very, very important thing, okay? So probably there will be 3-4 days session on this particular area only, okay? Now going to this particular area, where you call it AI ecosystem. Today you will find AI packages everywhere. There are scikit-learn, TensorFlow, okay, PyTorch, okay, then many, people knows, right? So even Python packages, lot many Python packages are there. Also, there are some built-in capabilities like IBM Watson. Now IBM Watson is not that popular, but IBM has come up with another this thing called Watson X, which is getting very, very popular nowadays. Amazon Web Services, AWS, they are having a lot of services there. Then you have got Microsoft Azure and all. So in this platform, what we do is, we have got some services which is readily available, which I can directly consume as a API. Also, I build my own models. Okay, so it could be normal model, it could be generative model. For generative model, because as people, I think they said this is a generative model talk, a generative AI talk. So I should talk a little bit on generative also. So in generative AI, there are open source models available, which is called foundational or base models. Okay, which you can bring. So it is like, it understands the Oxford Dictionary. Okay, or it has got some understanding of the world. But it is not very, very specific. But if you want to put it in the insurance domain or the bank domain, it will not work. Okay, because it has got understanding of the world, but it is not very specific to a particular subject. So you take that base model and you train with your own data, and also you do something called reinforcement learning with human feedback, right? Fine-tune that model. Once you fine-tune that model, then it becomes perfect for your this thing. So ask anything about insurance, it will give you the right answer. You want to solve any problem with insurance, same goes for cybersecurity, same goes for any. If you train with a lot of cybersecurity related incidents and their resolutions and all those things, the generative AI model can understand all those things and it can give you those kind of these things. On top of that, there are a few other these things. There are some connectors there, and beyond that, it can connect with any kind of systems. Okay, any system. It could be a CRM system. It could be core banking system. Like core banking, every bank has a core, at least one system that is called core banking system. Okay, CBS. Every bank will have, because there only all your transactions are happening. Okay, so one of the most popular CBS system in India is Infosys Finacle. Okay, and also there is another popular one is Oracle FlexCube. Right, so there are many other systems are also there. So this system can connect with any of the systems, because ultimately what we are going to do is we are going to perform the transaction Okay, in those kind of systems. So now in this conversational AI platform, what is going to be there? I think people are a little bit waiting what he's talking, what exactly is the outcome. You can actually perform banking, okay, with your either with your voice command or just typing to a chatbot or in WhatsApp, okay, or in Alexa, Google Home, or even in a smartwatch. Okay, and I will show you the demo also in a smartwatch, how it works, right? So, you can do transaction in any channel, which is called omni-channel, right? In any kind of transaction, it is not only just asking a question. You can send money, that means transfer fund, you can check your balance, you can pay your credit card bills, you can pay any kind of bills, you can book a fixed deposit, you can book a recurrent deposit, right? You can manage your nominee. Anything and everything you can do either in WhatsApp or in your chatbot or in your this thing. So that kind of a powerful system it is, right? So now let me try to show you this one demo and then we'll start with this thing whether it is there or not. Let me see. So it is downloading, it is in the cloud. So this is something the platform looks like, okay? So this is the platform. So here is the dashboard of the platform. I'll show you this platform, how if you sell this platform to a bank, how easy it is for a bank to actually render their services into different channels, all transactions. And this is completely AI driven kind of a this thing. So I'm not showing you the actual one. Actual one means it is running on Yes Bank, okay, so it is not ethical to run that. So it is another version that we have built for another company and bank, so that is there. So this is the dashboard. So this is a complete low-code, no-code platform. So if you look at, you need not have to write a single line of code here. Okay, everything can be done low-code and no-code. So now, if I have to see, create a bot for ICICI Bank. I am creating a bot for ICICI Bank. It is not a bot only. It will be running on bot. It will be running on mobile phone. Okay. It will be running on what do you call Alexa, Google Home, in WhatsApp. Everywhere it is going to run. Okay. The same conversational engine I am building. Okay. So this is done for ICICI Bank. So what I need to do is, I need to give, it is a banking, this thing. I'm giving some name of the bot, okay. I am giving that what are the channels it is going to be available, okay. Whether it is WhatsApp, whether it is Facebook Messenger, so it could be anything. Social banking is also possible here, right. I'm giving here. Now this is also multilingual, okay. Hindi, English, Marathi, you can give, okay. So I'm giving Hindi, English, Marathi. Voice enabled and text suggestions. Voice enabled means voice, whether you want it to be voice enabled. आप लिख भी सकते हो, you can give voice command also. It is as good as that. Okay? And then it is as it is, we are making it for the international customers also, international banks. So that's why all the currencies are supported. Once that is done, then you give some look and feel to the bot. Okay, it is a little bit look and feel. Now ICICI, so we are giving some ICICI look and feel, right? If it is HDFC, we are giving some HDFC. So for that we need to upload their logo, we need to do little bit of what color combination they follow. So those things, right? So those things we are giving here. Also, these are all called feedback mechanisms, CSAT. Nowadays, customer feedback is very, very important. कुछ भी चीज buy करते हो, okay, then it asks 1 to 10, you give a feedback, right? So here also it is very big because with that feedback, they can improve upon. So here also, after each transaction, what we are going to do is, we are collecting feedback. So that feedback would be, nobody wants to give a hard feedback, okay? Everyone wants to give a soft feedback. So that feedback could be a emoji or a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Okay, so that kind of things we are collecting. Once that is done, then you see these are the services, banking services, and I think most of you definitely know these services, right? Okay, you see, these are the services, all services. So there are around 60 services inbuilt into this platform. Okay, so essentially you can do anything and everything here. On the banking services, send money, account details, check balance, recent transaction, hot-list debit card, auto statements. Similarly, on the credit card, deposit side, loan side, insurance side, everything other services side, all the transactions has been built here, right? All the transactions you see everywhere. Okay, and now what you need to do, even some of the value-added services are also there, and analytics services I'll show you. Now, each service, so as a bank, I need to only choose those services. Which are the services I want to render it to my customer through different channels? Because I have already selected the channels, right? So I want to give it to WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, Alexa, Google Home, and a smartwatch, right? So now, what I'll do is, I'll go to the attributes. Now, this is very, very important because see, you guys should understand fintech a little bit. We are having some offline discussion with Sharma sir, and he is rightly mentioning. So, fintech understanding is very, very important because we are actually living in the world of finance, right? So, if somebody says that no, I will not understand fintech, I will not have understanding of finance, okay, I think it is wrong. I also had the similar kind of notion. Okay, but now it proved to be wrong. Okay, we should have some understanding of fintech. It's very, very important. Okay, and fintech is one of the area where India is doing tremendously well. In G20 also you have seen, right? Everybody was talking about Indian fintech and all those things. And the AI professional, computer science professionals coming up from the colleges, I'm highly recommending that they should have understanding of fintech. Right? So now, for doing any kind of transactions, you need some kind of parameters, right? So if I am sending the money, whether I am sending from my current account, my saving account, my SOW account, my NRI account, from which account I am sending, you can choose it from here, right? Similarly, whether it is an NEFT or a RTGS or a UPI, you will, I mean, at least this kind of understandings are very, very important. What is UPI? Anybody can tell me? How it is different from NEFT or RTGS, UPI? Anybody, any guess? I mean, गलत हुआ भी तो चलेगा, कोई टेंशन नहीं. Yeah, please.
So UPI, we have basically made a common interface for all the digital platforms as well as banks, wherein electronic or digital ID is generated for that person's bank account, and through that ID, it is transferred from one bank account to the other. While in NEFT, it is an electronic fund transfer from one bank to the other. And RTGS occurs like in the real time, a gross settlement occurs between two banks.
Correct, absolutely correct. But what is the main difference?
Sir, in UPI, we have made a proper unique ID for that person's account, while in NEFT, an electronic fund is being transferred like it's like net banking only.
Okay, great. But what is the main difference? You know something called push and pull. You know something called push and pull.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so can you do pull with NEFT?
No, sir.
Can you do pull with UPI? पैसा किसी से ले सकते हो मतलब
Yes, sir. Yes.
You can get, yeah, so that is the main difference. It is a push and pull. You can pull money also. It is not only pushing, okay, not only sending, but you can get money, okay, you can request money from him, and if he just approves, money comes to you, right? So that is not there in any way, right? So you can give all kind of mechanisms, okay, whatever is there, so that you can put here. So all parameters can be set here, right? So if you see everything, all parameters. Now coming to the very interesting part is called like this part, okay? So this is a very important part because internet थोड़ा slow है लगता है, but now this system need to be connected with the banking system, right? Whether it is core banking, LMS system, loan management system, credit card management system, or whatever system is there. So it should be integrated with that. So now how we can integrate one system with another system? कैसे कर सकते हैं? What is the best way to do integration with one system with another system? हाँ? कोई सुना ही दे रहा था लेकिन फिर ऐसा कॉन्फिडेंस से बोलो. No worries. No, it was sounding correctly. जो बोल रहे थे correct आ रहा था. What was that? API, yes, right. API integration is the most efficient way of integrating one system with another system, and it is also a loosely coupled integration, right? So now we have got REST APIs. These are very, very popular APIs. Okay, we used to have SOAP APIs also, some other APIs also there. So here, what you need to do is just need to give the API key. API जो URL है, that URL you put here. Here only you do get, post, delete, whatever it is. What kind of a content type you require, you get everything here. Authentication type, you get everything here. You can test the API here itself. Okay, and you are done. You are done. In one day, you can configure the entire system with the bank, which is one of the most complicated IT ecosystem. If you look at banking IT ecosystem, and when you will go to the industry, you will understand, okay, इससे ज़्यादा complicated IT ecosystem कोई other industry में नहीं है. Those are very, very straightforward. Also, it is the most highly regulated area. Anything and everything you are doing, it should be under the purview of regulatory guidelines. Okay, so in that scenario also, this platform has been built in such a way that you can do things here. So now once you do that, so these are the APIs that you need to integrate. So of course, okay, let me give you an example so that you will understand. For sending money from one person to another person, what are the things need to be done technically? क्या क्या करना पड़ता है? First, I will have to validate. So validation probably with your customer ID and mobile number, and then I get an OTP and I log in. So this is my first factor of authentication. So there will be two-factor authentication, right? I'm coming to the second factor. Now what you need to do after first factor authentication is done, now what you will have to do, you want to send money, right? So for sending money you require the beneficiaries, right? Who are the beneficiaries there? It is not like हर एक जगह UPI जैसा नहीं है कि मोबाइल में आप भेज दो ऐसा करके. In banking system, net banking system, you require beneficiaries. So you probably have already added beneficiaries. मम्मी, डैडी, भाई, बहन, friend, जो भी है, okay? Those beneficiary list it will automatically bring. Now, with that beneficiary list, now it will check how the amount that you are trying to transfer, whether it is there in your savings account or not. Right? If it is there, after looking at all those things, then it will offer you a screen or offer you an option to ask for the second factor authentication. All P2P services, P2P banking is based on two-factor authentications. And इसके अंदर भी साइंस है. The two-factor authentication में क्या है? One is what you know and what you have. So one type of authentication should be what you know. That means आपका M-PIN, mobile banking PIN रहता है ना, M-PIN, or your password. That is what you know. Okay, and the second is what you have. That means the OTP that you get. This is your having. Okay, and one thing is what you know. This is called two-factor authentication. So दोनों अगर have होगा तो नहीं चलेगा. If you have one OTP in one email and another OTP in any other these things, that will not work. So then it will ask you second factor authentication. Once you do the second factor authentication, what it does is it goes directly to the payment switch. Because this is a P2P transaction. आपका बैंक अकाउंट यस बैंक में है, जिसको भेज रहे हो उसका ICICI बैंक में है. Okay? Now this is the interbank transaction. It cannot happen in your CBS, in your core banking system, because your core banking system is your organizational property, right? How the other bank will come to know that the money has been gone to that other bank account? So there is something called payment switch. और ये पेमेंट स्विच का सब ट्रांजैक्शन किसके थ्रू से जाता है? किसके थ्रू से? किसके थ्रू से? NPCI. NPCI plays a major role in the financial world, the transactional world of India. Every transaction, every P2P transaction should go through that. Okay, so they are the custodian of holding all the information that is passing from one bank to another बैंक. और वो जाता किससे थ्रू किसे है, वो जाता है आपका पेमेंट स्विच से. व्हाट इज पेमेंट स्विच? Payment switch is a highly transactional system wherein millions of transactions can go in minute. और हर एक ट्रांजेक्शन का वो हिसाब रखता है. Right? So now this is a P2P system. It will go to the कहाँ जाएगा? Transaction switch में जाएगा. Transaction switch is connected to NPCI. NPCI is connected to all the banks. Now your money is flowing from your account to the ICICI account from Yes Bank. अभी क्या होगा? Yes Bank में in your savings account that money will be deducted and in that account ICICI Bank का वो जो beneficiary है उसके account में that money will be added. So this is the entire landscape of P2P transaction. Of course, there are a lot of nitty-gritties there. इतना आसान भी नहीं है. There are a lot of things there inside. So now what we are going to do is, okay. So once this is done, so what I do is I do API integration for all the transactions that you see here. Okay, all the transactions. So here every transaction is there and it's just a simple thing. Just click on here and you will get this and you just integrate. Once that is done, I'll just have to click on finish. It will take only 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, it will create the transactional engines in all the channels that I have decided as per the parameters that you have provided. It will build a transactional system in your mobile banking. It will build a transactional system in your chatbot. It will build in WhatsApp. It will build in Alexa, Google Home. It will also build in a smartwatch. Okay? And I'll give you an example here immediately. Review the bot. So now you can see this bot, right? It has actually created as per the configuration. मैंने बनाया नहीं अभी क्योंकि वो 2 मिनट लगेगा, 2-3 मिनट और कुछ गड़बड़ भी हो सकता है, तो इसीलिए वो बनाया हुआ है, but it is actually takes 2 minutes. Okay, and it will build. So the bot that you see is nothing but what we built right now. Okay, and it is available. All the transactions are available. You see, all the transactions are available. It's just a one click, and all transactions will go through. Only you have to log in. Okay, similarly, so you go to any service, all the transactions you see. This is available. Okay, and same thing, I'll show you in my mobile. So this is not this one, but same way, this is also available in mobile. Okay, so go back, yes, mobile, one click. So it will automate, this platform itself will automatically build all the systems into different these things. And this is completely powered by AI. So if you look at this, the API integration that we are doing, so you just integrate one API with the parameters that is required. All other APIs with the same parameters will automatically get integrated. That is the power of AI. So here we are using machine learning extensively. Okay, to do those kind of integration. Now, when you will be talking, so now I will show you the demo of that. So, smartwatch.
Kino Allied conversational banking platform.
Are we able to hear the sound also? Or it is not?
Allied functionality on smartwatch.
No, I think voice is not audible, right? अभी आएगा?
Kino Allied conversational banking platform. Fino Allied functionality on smartwatch.
Send money.
Sure. Transfer from which account?
Savings account.
Please tell me beneficiary name.
Sudarshan.
And how much do you want to transfer?
200 rupees.
Alright, so you're transferring 200 rupees from your account to a Sudarshan. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, I will proceed your transfer.
Block my debit card.
I found debit card ending with 8444 linked with your account. Would you like to block it?
Yes.
Okay, I have blocked your card.
Thank you.
So, if you look at this particular demo, so this is nothing but all. See, now smartwatches are. This is not a smartwatch, by the way. This is a workout watch. So I think everyone is having a smartwatch. All the smartwatches which are Android are having Google Assistant, right? And all Apple watches are Siri. So you can actually activate all kind of transactions in the smartwatches. So we have tested it with 22 brands, Korean brands, Chinese brand and Indian brands which are available normally in the Indian shops. Okay, and it works perfectly well. एक तो हमें 900 रुपये का एक घड़ी मिलता है, उसमें भी we tried. It's a smart watch, but 900 rupees. It worked perfectly on that also. So I think in coming few years, I think more than mobile, people will do transactions over smartwatch, and your voice is going to be your biometrics. Okay, and I will show you a voice biometrics wala thing also. Okay, so this is a platform which is called transactional banking platform or transactional AI platform, which is a very, very hot area in the banking industry because why it is hot now, I'll tell you. For an organization who is into B2C, you know what is B2B and B2C? Right? You know what is B2C, right? So everyone wants to be digital today, right? And everyone wants to declare also in the world that we are digital, correct? For a B2C business, what does it mean to be a digital? Any guess? Any guess? When I say I am a B2C organization, I am digital. Or we are digital, we are going digital. What does that mean? What is the meaning of that? Huh? क्या हुआ? अच्छा, हाँ, ठीक है. Yeah. So what is digital? Digital means if I am a B2C company, that means I am providing my products or services through digital means to my customer. Correct? And this digital means could be through a website, through an e-commerce site, through a chatbot, through WhatsApp, through whatever, but even metaverse. Nowadays, metaverse is also getting very, very hot, right? So, this means digital. Now, to go digital, it is very, very important that your digital channels are enriched. So, these are called all digital channels. How to enrich your digital channels? So, if you look at the digitization journey of any enterprise, and guys, please tell me if it is little bit on the higher side or if it is lower side or it is all okay, so that I can explain in that way. Because this is very important to understand nowadays in today's world, What do we mean by digital journey of an enterprise? Okay, so I told you what digitization means for a B2C organization. So digitization journey starts with building digital infrastructure or a skeleton, right? Before you want to go digital, become a digital organization, first you will have to build your infrastructure. What is that infrastructure? You require a API economy. You know what is API economy? That means you need to bring a system wherein each system can connect with either with your internal systems or also outside world. Okay, then only it will be an interconnected world. So your systems will be interconnected. Okay, and also there are a lot many other things also you have to do. Okay, so this is one example of that. Then what happens? Then calls after digital. I'll do it. I'll do it. No, not again. Digital skeleton, then digital reaching digitally. So now it is a paradigm shift for banking industry. If we talk about banking also, पहले कैसा होता था? The people used to go to the bank, right? Now it is the bank is coming to you. Okay, bank is trying to target where the most of the customers are there. For example, social banking. Social banking, now you banks are trying to offer their services in WhatsApp Messenger, Facebook Messenger. Okay, all banking services now you will get in social media channels, right? So digital reach means you are reaching to mass scale of customers, okay, digitally. It is not like that one person to another person, like you go to somebody's home and then you discuss about the loan or something like that. Rather than that, they are sending social media campaigns, okay, wherein people can actually go apply for loans and all other things. Then comes digital range. Okay, so पहला क्या गया है? Digital skeleton, digital reach, digital range. Now range क्या है? Now I will have to, all my traditional services are delivered physically, right? All my traditional services, as a loan is physical. Okay, go and discuss and give the loan. FD booking was also physical. Go and discuss and book a FD. So everything is how to convert those physical services into digital services. This is a very big task, guys. It is not so easy, right? And banks has spent years and years to convert their services into digital services, right? You have to build that workflow for that. So this is range. Range means how many services. So suppose I have got 100 services which I am delivering physically. How to convert those physical services into digital services and how many? That is the range of services. And then come digital experience on top of that. Subse upar, cream. That means after giving all those things, how I can give customer delight, how I can give customer experience. Okay, so that is digital experience. So this is the digital journey of an organization. Every organization goes through these 4 stages of digital journey. Okay, and same goes for the bank. Okay, so now these digital channels are very, very, very important for any organization, for any enterprises to enrich their digital channels, because that is the touch point with their customers. अभी physical तो कोई touch point है नहीं. Okay, you don't go to bank. Okay, bankers doesn't come to your home, right? It is only the digital channels. But how do you maintain that communication, that conversation? Okay, how it is possible? How also you can bring that personalization? Because if personalization is not there, tomorrow they will not care you. Okay, because they will think like they are sending the same thing to everybody, right? So somehow you have to build that relationship and maintain that relationship. So we are saying that in this digital world, the human touch is actually moving away. It's getting lost. AI is a technology which can bring that human touch again into your digital. I mean, you cannot just avoid all those things, right? It is kind of a wave, digital wave. It is coming. Okay, but being digital, but still maintaining a personal relationship with your customer, AI can come into picture. Because AI can do personalization, AI can even do hyper personalization, right? So this is very, very important to understand and to know. Now, any questions on this particular application? Any questions? So similarly, see, similarly, there is another, and as I told you, right, this is a no-code, low-code platform, so anything and everything can be changed here itself, right? There is nothing. So if you want to add any language here, you can. No need to touch any kind of code. No coding. No code. Everything is master-driven on the subscription master and all. Similarly, we have built a ICICI, we can also build a HDFC. So here what we have to do, we have to give the HDFC color composition theme and all those things. So this is HDFC logo, subscription and attributes are the same, okay, configuration are the same. We just preview the bot, this is HDFC bot. So all HDFC related services will come here. All right. So it is just a matter of a day to build the conversational engine for any kind of bank. So is it any questions on this? Any thoughts? Any ideas? I mean, you can say openly, I mean, there is no, even it is a silly question, okay, no question is a silly question. Every question is an important question. But if there are no questions, then it is a very big question. Haji. Finwala to make?
Bank boards.
Yes. Bank bots. This is the bank bots only. These are bank bots. And this is also domain agnostic. So I have shown it for bank. It can be used for retail. It can be used for e-commerce. It can be used for even manufacturing. Anything, anywhere. Ultimately, what we are doing, we are converting the physical services into digital services and offering through channels, digital channels, right? So you can build it.
Sir, it's free to use.
Huh?
The API is free to use of FinValid.
APIs?
It is free to use.
No, it is not a free to use. It is a productionized system. It is not free. This is for banks only. So this is not free to use, of course. Yeah. This is, I'm showing it only for the demo. I have got a demo instance and I'm showing it. So the next application that we are going to see today is another application called Ultimate. This is a complete generative AI solution. So quickly, I'll set some context of what exactly this software is. So, we all know meetings are very, very important, right? Okay, we'll talk about what is the domain and then we'll go to the generative AI. It is generative AI, all generative AI here. It is. So meetings. Meetings are very, very important, right? Meetings are central to any organization. Why? Because the decisions are being made in the meetings. And these decisions are being then extrapolated or it is percolated to a lot many other things, right? So that's why meetings are very, very important. All the decisions, all kind of announcements, okay, all kind of what do you call major any kind of things. I mean, including announcements, including decisions are taken in the meeting itself. So now these meetings are actually cumbersome. If you look at it, is not so straightforward. So we'll go with a little bit history of the meeting. So probably this is the first meeting that was held, okay, in the prehistoric era, right? So what they used to do, they used to probably discuss about hunting strategies or some survival strategies or something like that. Okay, so this is probably the first. But the meetings was actually called as agora. Okay, so this is the name of the meeting. The word meeting actually came from agora. Okay, initially it was called agora means it is like kind of a meeting place. So now going further, why meetings are important? Because decisions are made in the meeting. And what is the science behind the meeting? If you look at the science behind the meeting, there are three things here. One is input, one is process, another is output. Input is what is required for a meeting. So of course you require agenda. If you have no agenda, then there is no point of having any kind of meeting. You can send an email or a WhatsApp message. Definitely you should have an agenda. Then you need to have attendees. If you don't require attendees, then you don't require meeting also, right? And meeting resources, like these are the resources. We require this laptop, this connector and all other things, sitting arrangement. These are resources, right? Then there is a process. In the meeting, we do something, right? What do? We do communicate, okay? We take decisions, okay? And also we assign tasks. That is also very, very important, okay? Some action items comes up and we assign those action items to different people. And what is the output of the meeting? Output of the meeting is the minutes of the meeting. Now, minutes of the meeting. Without minutes of the meeting, if you are doing a meeting and if you are not sending the minutes of the meeting, then I think this is not a good practice. Definitely there should be a minutes of the meeting. And what is that minutes of the meeting contain? Number one is action items, because some actions should come up from the meeting. Otherwise, there is a casual discussion that you can do in a coffee shop or in a tea shop. If you are doing a formal meeting, there should be some kind of a agenda. Some kind of a action item coming up. It could be knowledge sharing also. So now here probably no action items will come up. This is also a meeting. Okay, but this is kind of a knowledge sharing. Okay, we are sharing knowledge, right? Many times, and also like follow-up actions will be also. So in the last meeting, okay, some decisions has been taken, whether these decisions, I mean those things has been worked upon or not, that is also very, very important. Now, why you require leaders in the meeting? Because of this task. Every meeting you will see there is a leader. Okay? So, this leader is kind of a guardian. He is a senior manager. Okay? He does time management. He also looks at adherence to the agenda. Whether whatever agenda you have, okay, you are discussing on that agenda or not. If you are discussing something else, okay, some shopping or some movie or something like that, then you are completely going, I mean, out of the agenda, right? Similar to that, you have got conflict management, because there are a lot of conflicts between team members or between management or something like that. You have to do that. Okay, then decision making, of course, coordination, and sometimes it is MD or CEO is talking. In that case, it is probably inspirational talk. That is also a meeting, but it is inspiring the team or something like that. So that's why the leaders of the meetings are required. But now I will take you to the shocking fact. And this is from Gartner. This is not my statistics. Gartner, you know Gartner? Idea hai? They are the biggest analyst of the world. Okay? Gartner reports are being respected by even the White House. Okay? Or UN or European Union. So the topmost people they respect. So that much of respect they have gained through the type of report that they generate. Reports, polls, and all other things, right? So this is Gartner report. So what happens? In any organization, 1/3 of their time goes into meetings. एक दिन का 1/3 goes into meeting. Unfortunately, more than 70% meetings are unproductive meetings. That means there is no outcome of those meetings. That means people are sitting in the meeting, but they are actually wasting time and money of the organization. Because what happens if 10 people are sitting in a meeting, okay, and if nothing comes out from the meeting, that means the billing of these 10 people in any organization, when you will go to any company, so it is all about billing, right? Everyone has billing. Okay, so the billing of these people are going, right? And also, if those people could have been utilized that particular time in revenue generating activities, then the organization could have generated much, much more revenue, okay, than doing those kind of unproductive meetings. These unproductive meetings has cascading effects in the whole organization, okay, starting from the culture of the meeting till the revenue and the growth, of the organization, right? So now, how to solve this problem? Okay, quickly we come out. So, and there is $1 billion of. Is there any disturbance? All okay, guys? Because I cannot see you. Yeah. Are you getting it? By the way, I am giving some context. Okay, so that then we'll come to the actual. Otherwise, if I directly start ultimate, there is no meaning, right? What is ultimate? Okay, so what we have understood till now is there is a huge implication of unproductive meetings in an organization. Now, how to solve that? Because now you will be see once you go to the industry, no, you will no longer be only technical. You will also have to understand the domain, because ultimately you will be translating your that domain का जो issue है, the problem statement into technical things. That's the job. Right? If you don't have understanding of the domain, then you will not be able to translate it to technical things. It is no more coding only. Right? You will have to understand both the things. So that's why I'm giving some context. So, billions of dollars are being wasted in unproductive meetings. And the reason being lack of clear agenda, no agenda, most of the meetings have no agenda, poor time management. Okay, meeting is for 1 hour, it goes to 2 hours, 3 hours because people are discussing something else. Inadequate preparation, no preparation for meeting, lack of engagement. Meeting is going on, but somebody is looking at their mobile or something is going on. Okay, dominant personality. Sometimes in big organizations you will see the personality is dominant personality. When he speaks, nobody speaks. Okay, so that is also this thing. Action items are not being captured. This is main important thing. In meetings, we are not capturing the action items. Lack of follow-up. Action items has been given to somebody. Okay, but whether he has completed that action item or task or not, nobody looks at that. Then multitasking kind of a thing. Online meetings are going on, but people are working somewhere. So he is not there, he is neither here. Okay, so that is a big loss. Because human mind is built in such a way that at one point of time you can concentrate only one thing. It is not like a quantum computer, parallel processing. No, not possible. At one moment you can only concentrate on only one thing. So if you are doing both, then you are distracting both actually. Then too many meetings are also very, very unhealthy for any organization. Okay, there should be minimum meetings there. Now, I have done some maths there, okay, and if you look at the maths, just I want to give you some examples. For 100 employee company, this is the kind of loss they are incurring, and this is a very simple formula. I have done. Okay, I have not given any kind of what do you call distribution probability distribution factor. Simple formula. For 1,000 like this, for 10,000, this is the kind of loss they are incurring. This is a direct loss, and I am also talking about indirect loss. This is if these people could have been gone for revenue generating activities, they could have generated this much revenue. So this is also loss kind of a thing, right? So with that philosophy, okay, so this is a huge loss. Now how to change this scenario? There are two ways to change this scenario, this problem. One is organizational culture change. You change the culture of the organization. Okay, you give some training to the people. Okay, you send some mail through HR. Okay, or bring all those people in one room and do brainstorming. Guys, no, we have to do productive meetings, this, that, and all those things, right? But this is the most difficult thing in this world: cultural change. Organizational cultural change is the most difficult thing in this world because human by nature is resistance to any kind of changes. Right? So, what is the next? What is the next thing that we can do? Implement a tool. And you have seen, and you will see every tool, first it will give you a lot of benefits. You will start loving that tool. But at the same time, it will slowly and gradually try to put. Anything, guys? Okay. It will try to put some kind of a order, some kind of a systematic things into your life. Same goes for any kind of project management tool. If you look at project management tool like Jira, right? What it is doing? It does nothing. It will make your life easy, right? It will make your life easy. You can log your ticket, you log your these things. Everything is possible. But at the same time, it will make sure that you close those tickets also. You work on those tickets also. The same thing here. What we have done is we have built a tool called Ultimate. Okay, this is still in development, but it is ready. I will show you the tool. What Ultimate does is actually does everything. It does voice biometrics. What is voice biometrics? Voice biometrics is essentially capturing your voice and then comparing that voice again anytime when you speak. Okay? So human voice is one of the most unique thing in every human, right? So your voice is very, very unique to you. It is very, very unlikely that any other person will have the same voice. Giving you an example, a person who can perfectly imitate Amitabh Bachchan, it apparently sounds completely like Amitabh Bachchan. If you compare their voice with a machine, with this voice biometrics, it will not even match 40%. Okay? So such a unique our voice is. Because our voice has some unique parameters, which we call metadata. Okay? So low level pitches. Okay? Vibrations, the sounds, right? The speed, those kind of things. And we can uniquely identify a person's voice once we can understand or capture those parameters. So now this is the uniqueness of Ultimate. What it does is, I'll take you to the system now. So Ultimate first what does? It does the voice biometrics. So one time you do your voice recording. After that, in any meeting, you tell Ultimate that Ultimate record the meeting. What it is going to do is anything and everything, and it's not only for meeting, even for the events like G20. Okay, at that point of time, Ultimate was not ready. Probably would have given Ultimate. So what it can do is, it can actually first it will do what it will do. It will do transcription. You know transcription. Transcription. That means conversion of speech to text. And this is very, very important. Because when we talk in a meeting, we talk in a very informal manner. We start talking in English, suddenly we shift to Hindi, okay, or any language for that matter. If it is South India, there will be Tamil or Telugu or something like that. And also, many a times, it is completely informal talk. Okay, so somebody is talking, and just over and above that, somebody is again talking, kind of a thing. So, in this kind of a scenario, identifying what they are talking and then converting into text is a very, very challenging task. Very, very highly challenging task. So, first we have to do that transcription. Once the transcription is done, so this is not generative AI. Generative AI has not come yet. Okay, neither voice biometrics is a generative AI, nor transcription is a generative AI, nor voice recording is a generative AI. Okay, none of them are generative AI. Now generative AI comes into picture. When the transcription is done, now you tell the generative AI that you give me the summarization of the meeting. So what it will do is whatever discussions has happened among all the people, it will summarize in a very concise manner and give you this is the summarization of the meeting. Then what it will do? It will also tell what are the most important points of the meeting. That it will give. What are the decisions taken in the meeting? That it will tell. And it will also give, these are the action items of the meeting. Okay? And apart from that also, what we do 10 types of analytics, which I am going to show you. This analytics shows the health of the meeting. Okay, so we do analytics like attendance analytics, whether people are attending the meeting, how many people are attending, whether they are absent, most of the time they are absent. Okay, then language monitoring, whether somebody is using bad language in the meeting. So these are generative AI. Okay, any kind of derogative language. Then we also monitor sentiments, whether it is positive or negative. We see engagement analytics, engagement, whether people are engaged or not. Whether only one person is talking or everyone is contributing. Okay, people are agreeing or not. So everything, all these 10, of course, action item, whether the action items have been captured, it has been closed or not. And we analyze those 10 analytics into one. Okay, we do a averaging of that, not it is averaging, it is a weighted average. And we find out the health of the meeting. We'll give a percentage which is called the health of the meeting. How the health is going. Going one step ahead, what we are also doing, now you know sustainability is a very big thing, right? Everyone talks about sustainability. You know what is sustainability? G20 में भी सब लोग sustainability में बात कर रहा था. Everyone was talking about sustainability. Are you aware of what is sustainability? Huh? Somebody was saying. You? Yeah, what is sustainability? You can come here.
Doing something in a manner that we can save it for our future generation as well.
What is that?
Sir, I said like doing something in a manner that we can save it for our future generation as well.
Okay. So, doing something
Yes,
in a
sir,
manner.
like conserving nature for future, and we are using AI also in a manner ki future technology can be easier for future generation.
Okay, see, sustainability thing is a very big thing. Okay? Sustainability starts with saving the Mother Earth. Okay, it starts with that. You save the Mother Earth, okay, but it goes to various levels. And that's why even United Nations, they have come up called Sustainable Development Goal, okay, which is called SDG. And there are 17 agenda of this SDG. SDG 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 17. And here they talks about everything on the sustainability. Okay, ये हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है? It's coming, right? Because I have got this password and all those things of this system here in WhatsApp. So I think. Okay, so sustainability is essentially, if I may sit and talk. Moving to cloud is also a sustainability. That means you are not maintaining your own data center. In that way, you are saving a lot of energy, right? Now, meetings, how sustainability is related to meetings? Because unproductive meetings are some way or the other, okay, not being able to utilize the human capital, right? Human knowledge, human potential. Okay, how to conserve human potential is also sustainable, right? Because human is also part of this ecosystem. Human is also part of this ecology. Human is also part of this mother planet, right? It is a very integral part. It's a very integral part. How to conserve that is also there. So what we will be doing here also, we will also calculate that by doing productive meetings, how much you are contributing to sustainability. Now, if you are buying this t-shirt, okay, or if you are buying a shirt, and if you are buying a shirt with some other, I mean, cotton and material, so you are contributing indirectly to sustainability, right? Similarly, if you are not using any kind of plastic things, you are contributing to sustainability. Okay, if you are not using your car to drive to your office or to college, you are using public transport, you are adding to sustainability, right? Because ultimately you are saving. So here also, how by doing these meetings, you can be sustainable, right? And I will show you this. Kitna baja kitna? Okay. Oh my God, we'll have to also. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I was not being able to show you the biometrics part because see already I have already done biometrics. So मेरे login पे और biometrics नहीं आएगा. Okay, but for biometrics nothing. It just takes 30 seconds. You read a paragraph, and this is not about English, not about Hindi, any language. You can sing a song also. Okay, it will just capture your voice for 30 seconds. Okay, and once it is captured, then system will record that voice, and then you do any meetings, right? So here, how you can do is you can create a meeting, okay, and essentially once you do the meeting, you can record the meeting. So it comes like this. Okay, now you see, this is me, what I was talking in the meeting. I was watching the news, and it seems the G20 summit here in India went quite well. Don't you think?
Yes, indeed. It's good to see India hosting such a big event, bringing leaders from all over the world here. They had good talks and discussions, I guess.
Absolutely, and did you see the beautiful cultural event they organized? Think it
So
was
what
nice
what my what my
showcasing
son
our
talked
rich.
about?
Did you guys also hear about the food and hospitality? I heard it was top notch.
Oh yes, I read that they served.
Absolutely. It was an excellent opportunity for India to foster stronger relations with other countries. And from what we have seen, so we have done a sample meeting, okay? Myself, my wife, and my son. And what it did is the entire meeting, okay? So you can actually see, you can also capture video if you want to capture the video also. So what it is going to do is it is like it will give the what is the agenda of the meeting, who are the participants, okay, who are present, who are not present. Then, first of all, what it is going to do is, guys, could you please settle down? Any problem there? Huh? Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, so what it does is, actually, it records the entire meeting, right? And you can see the meeting recording has happened. It could be video recording also. Now you see the transcript. Okay, it has generated the entire transcript. What we have spoke about. Okay, so everything was transcripted. Everything. Okay, and it is pretty good. Okay, in between we talked in Hindi also, but it has been able to identify all those things. Right, and then it has created a conversation summary. So this is the summary of the conversation that we did. Okay, so this is a very concise summary of the conversation. It could be linked. I mean, it is up to you. You can make it big. You can make it short or something like that. What it does is it also have done some kind of important discussions of whatever it has been done. It has converted, right? And most important thing is basically you see it has captured the action items. Okay, all those action items are being captured here. Okay, and these action items always need not be very, very correct because this is the system generated. So now what here it is happening, this transcript is going through a filter. In that filter, what we are doing, we are essentially removing all kind of PI information. Do you know what is PI information? Personally identifiable information. So when you are using a generative model in the cloud, you should not give all your information to the model because it will take all the information. It will store also, although they promise that they will not do anything, but nobody knows, right? Similarly, for example, in a XYZ company, so CEO of the company declares that in this particular year, 2023, our company is going to invest this many $1 million in AI initiative. Okay, now this information goes to generative AI and somehow it is get leaked and competitors of that organization, they gets this information in advance. So this is a very big challenge for this organization, right? This kind of confidential information should not go to the competitors. So what we do is we do filtering. In filtering, what we do is called basically encoding and decoding. Okay, what is encoding? While going this information through the filter, now this CEO's name is John. It will be replaced with some Peter. Okay, he's talking about $20 million. That will be $2. Okay, that will be converted into $2. He wants to invest in AI. It will be something else. Okay, and that information will go to the generative AI. Okay, because generative AI need to get the context. And while it is coming back, then what we'll do is again we'll replace those things with the original name, original figure, and all those things. Right? So this is called encoding and decoding mechanism. Also, what we do is we maintain a dictionary. In that dictionary, it is maintained that this information never allowed to go to the generative AI model. So whenever information is passed to that, it goes through the dictionary and dictionary snipes out those information and then only sends to the generative model. Now what generative model? This generative model is completely trained generative model with our data, our information, what we want and all those things is done. And also what we do is a adaptive prompt. Do you know what is adaptive prompting? मालूम है किसी को? Prompting मालूम है? No prompting? Okay, so in generative world of generative AI, the most important thing is prompt. If you know how to interact with generative model, then generative model can actually do wonders for you. But if you don't know, then probably it is not of that use to you. So whatever we are doing, we are creating a very, very beautiful, not beautiful, I think very, very effective prompting to the model so that it can give the right kind of a response back to us, okay, which we are expecting. And along with that, we have implemented another AI technique, which is adaptive prompting. The prompt itself will change. Okay, when the length of the meeting is more, okay, or it is a board meeting, because there are various types of meetings, right? Board meeting is different in nature than your normal Teams meeting. Board meeting is the highest level of meeting, right? So there things are different. So prompting will automatically adapt to those kind of meetings. If it is a team meeting, it is different. It is a sales meeting, it is different. So that is adaptive prompting also, and it will create everything in that way. And now what you see here is the 10 types of analytics. Can you see this side, the extreme right side, that side? These are the analytics it has done. क्या क्या analytics है? The first analytics is, that is the overall, that is meeting health. The first analytics is attendance metrics. That means here everybody has attended. We three were there in the meeting and all of us has attended, right? Then it comes the participants engagement. Now you can see here, okay, the engagement of the participant. So I have spoken, so this is me actually. I have spoken 40.32 percentage. My son, he has spoken this much percentage. My wife, she has spoken this much percentage. Okay, so it will give engagement. If all are, I mean, we all spoken almost in a, what do you call, kind of equal things. Okay, so that it has given that. Then we have got the reaction analytics. So reaction analytics is 12. Why it is coming? Reaction means, so in many meetings we say, no, I agree. I strongly agree to this. Okay, sometimes I don't agree to this particular point. Okay, so this is basically reaction. So it will see whether the overall reaction in the meeting is in a positive direction or a negative direction. In fact, in our discussion, whatever, we were discussing some G20. Here there was no reaction kind of a thing. It was more of like, I mean, reading some kind of a scripting. So that's why it has come 12. Otherwise, if somebody is saying, no, I'm not responding, automatically it will identify, no, the reaction is completely negative in that meeting. So most of the people are actually not agreeing to the whatever is happening in the meeting. Okay, then sentiment analysis is, of course, whether it is positive or negative or kind of a thing. So it is, if it is more than 20%, then you say that sentiment is in a positive side. Okay, then comes the other action item. So action, this meeting has just happened, right? So no, all the action items, if you look at, all are open or pending, right? So that's why it is 0. If you close all the action items within the time, targeted time, it will come 100%. That means you are adhering to the action items. जो भी actions लिया गया है in that meeting, if you are actually closing those things on time, it will come. Okay, and you can see the other language monitoring. Language monitoring 100%. Nobody has used any kind of bad language. Okay, in this particular discussion. Okay, so it is 100%. Okay. Action item ownership is 100%. What it is ownership? Ownership means action item has gone to the right person. Many times it happens the machine may take the action item to the wrong person. Okay, but here in this case it is not like that. It has gone to the right person. So everything we are calculating, and you will see once you implement this kind of a tool in your organization, slowly and gradually your organization will move towards productive meeting. Okay, things can be monitored in a soft manner, not in a hard manner, that whether we are doing right or we are doing wrong. Where there are opportunities for improvement, kind of thing. So this is the second tool, Ultimate. It is almost ready. Okay, it's still in development, but it is almost ready. And I have promised her that I will give it here for PSC, beta testing also. We'll love to give it. So this is a generative AI tool. Here if you see, 80% of the most crucial things are being done by a generative model. So now we have got 2 generative models here. Initially we have started with a cloud-based generative model. Now we have started with a open source generative model of our own. I mean, we have taken it. It is a base model, base foundational model, and now we are training that model. The training process of generative model is very complicated, right? There is a 3-step process. You know, guys, generative model को कैसे train किया जाता है? Yeah, generative models are being trained in 3 major steps. ये जानना बहुत जरूरी है. Probably in next sessions we'll talk about. So number 1, you give a little bit of tag data, label data to the generative model, so that generative model understands what I am supposed to learn. Then you give a huge amount of unlabeled data. सब कुछ data जितना भी है आपके पास सब कुछ दे दो, right? And third thing, you do the reinforcement learning with human feedback, right? RHEL. So here it is a reinforcement learning. So you give a prompt to a model. This prompt generates multiple responses, right? And one human, what he gives, he shows that this is the right answer. If you did do this process for some time, after the beauty is you do not have to do it for everything. You do it for say, probably 5% of the things. After that, model automatically becomes so intelligent that you don't require human intervention. This is called reinforcement learning with human feedback, right? And for that also tools are available. ये ऐसा नहीं है कि मतलब एकदम खुद ही करना पड़ता है, नहीं. There are tools available for that. So with that, I want to stop here. I am happy to answer any questions.
By taking the voice biometrics, how do you remove the noise that is in the surroundings?
Very good question. So we have got a noise cancellation module. Okay, wherein, in fact, Sumir, he is also from my team. Sumir, myself, and another person, last week I think probably. So we are in Shangri-La here. We are having some meeting. And some people were talking just there, and also some music was also going on. There we did the voice biometrics plus the meeting, and it did perfectly well because of this noise cancellation module. We have got a noise cancellation module not only for the voice biometrics but also for the meetings. So what it will do is essentially how noise cancellation works. I think everybody knows in the electronics kind of thing. So it finds out the primary, secondary, tertiary objects where from the sound is coming. Okay, so it will always try to see the primary one. So there are different techniques. So the techniques that we have used is it identifies the very nearest person, the primary person, or the originator of the sound, and it takes the sound of there. All other sounds are being cancelled. Okay.
So, does it not happen that some of the features of the sound get distorted in this process?
Actually, what happens, see, noise cancellation normally is a process, 2-step process. One is cancelling and then another is enhancing. Okay? So at one step, in a step, it is cancelling the noises. But in the other step, whatever noise, now after cancellation, whatever is there, okay, it is enhancing also, trying to enhance. Okay, so in that we will see after doing noise cancellation, whatever final voice we are getting, it will be much better in quality. And honestly speaking, this voice doesn't matter to us. Okay, ultimately what it matters is whether we will be able to transcribe that voice into text or not, because अपना पूरा game तो text के ऊपर है, right? Everything. But yes, to answer your question, we did noise cancellation.
Sir, in the same segment, in the biometrics of the watch voice assistant, I want to ask the security based on the voice. In this AI era, you can clone even anyone's voice. So what do you think? Anyone can take the benefit of the AI using someone's voice to transfer money from one account to another account without?
No, not possible. So I'll give you an example. Not that strong. Because in our meetings, we don't require that much of security, right? I mean, our purpose is to identify the speakers. But for banking, now voice is biometrics is being used for, will be used for second factor authentication, where it is very, very important. So that's why the benchmark there is 97%. Okay, so first of all, the voice should match 97%. Second thing, people should not be able to fool the system with some synthetic voice. That means voice been already recorded and then played, right? So it is not possible. It's like liveliness detection, right?
Yes.
Now you cannot, fool a face detection system with a video or something like that. It automatically understands it is a human or kind of. So what it does is captures the 3D nature of our this thing. So here also these mechanisms are inbuilt there, not in our systems, okay, and not in our system. Our system is a plain system. I'm talking about the Kaizen voice system.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Let's have a huge round of applause for Shri Utpal Chakrabarti, sir, for gracing us with his presence and sharing his insights with us. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Ashwini Kumar Sharma, sir, Director General WIPS TC, for vote of thanks.
Very good afternoon to all of you. I think more clappings because I think session will get closed. Am I right? Okay. See, Manish sir, Vice Chairman WIPS TC, Mr. Utpal Chakrabarti, Dr. Supriya Madan, and Dr. Pali, and other colleagues from my VSIT, VSIT, and of course the students. I think today we had a very good, lecture or deliberation by Utpal ji, who is really in the field. That's the basic advantage we could see today. Because what happens is once you go through the practical applications of the learning which you are going to go through in your session or maybe in your college, that is more important. Now today we could see that we have seen the AI applications both in fintech sector as well as the documentation sector, which we mean to say, and both are very important because the way things are changing as on date, the fintech sector is going to boom like anything because now in times to come you have to have technology as well as knowledge of finance. In future you will not find any CA profession as such, I feel so, because you will find somebody who understands technology, who understands finance, he will be a good CA. And that's the reason if you go to your colleagues and friends, those who are the CA students, they will tell you how they have started learning the technology. So this is what we could see, how AI can play an important role in the fintech sector, where basically based on voice, based on different parameters, how you can open up your account, how you can make a transaction. In the times to come, it is a fact that we will be able to make transaction through your watch only. Now, similarly, we could see that how AI is going to play an important role in the documentation part, because as he said, it's perfectly right that half of the time in government sector and maybe 40% time in the private sector, we are more busy in meetings only, and half of the meetings are non-productive in the sense either they are not recorded properly, or in case they are recorded properly, there is no action point taken being recorded. In case action point is being recorded, there is no follow-up on the action being taken. And that's the reason I think this type of tools, which basically will use the AI technology, will be in a position, because what he said in the beginning itself is very clear that AI nothing, we are using the technology to ensure that the data, which is a metadata, which is a basically collection of data, we are trying to basically analyze that using some technology. That is what basically AI, it is nothing. I remember when I was in the college in 1980s, we were taught that computer works on the principle of GIGO. I don't know how many of you know GIGO. GIGO means garbage in, garbage out. If you say Sita is a boy, computer will print Sita is a boy. But now things are changing. Try to understand. After inclusion and after involvement of AI, we are able to basically make the computer also to take a call and receive. So I think we are really thankful to Chakravarti ji, who has come all the way from Bombay. It's a great initiative taken by our chairman sir, our Vas sir, who took the initiative. He contacted him, he invited him to be over here. He came all the way from Bombay today morning only. He delivered a lecture, rather not a delivered a lecture. He showcased you two typical examples over here. And I am telling you, this question can come in your exam also. Give two practical examples of AI. So there you can say, because once you have seen this, those who attended this demonstration or lecture carefully, they can tell that. Even this can be asked in the interview also. Because once you go for an interview, somebody will ask you what is the real application of the AI. We learn a lot of things in books. But once you see through the practicals, now these two examples, I am sure those who attended carefully will never forget that. These are the applications of the AI. So I am really thankful to Utpalji all the way for coming from Bombay and sharing his experience and knowledge. And I am so thankful to Dipaliji and Supriyaji who has organized this activity event. And of course to Chairman Sir and Vice Chairman Sir who have been kind enough to spare their time, and especially the Chairman Sir. Still is not in the campus but still is trying to monitor how attentive students are there. So I think please try to understand we are trying to organize such type of activities for you. One of the reasons is once you come in contact with those who are really working in the field, you will be able to learn more and more in a practical way. With these words, thanks to all of you. Thanks.